Let's stretch out the legs. And point and flex, point and flex. I would like you to be very warm here and, and comfortable. It's funny. Yeah, you should be warm and comfortable when you're doing your yoga. I have this thing at home and in studio. It's got to be clean. Like, I can't concentrate. I can't do my yoga if things are a mess. So let's circle and really move. And think about you're moving your spine, but the origin of the movement is from the hips. And then reverse. If this is hard for you, you could sit on a block. There is a breathing rhythm. You're going to inhale up and exhale forward. Good. And one more. Good. All righty. And then from here, taking the soles of the feet together. Once again, sitting up might be a little easier. And you might be able to bring your heels closer into your body. So there's a way to sit outward. There's a way to sit with the feet closer in. And holding the feet, lengthen the spine. So instead of rounding, lengthen your back. Breathing in. Exhale. So when the heels are in, I'm already getting a really good inner thigh stretch. How about you? And then bring your chin down and tilt your head back. Chin is down and tilt your head back. Good. Let's cross the legs and twist to one side, left or right. I think I have a tendency to go to the right first. Your hand or wrist pressing against leg, and you're really trying to look to the wall behind you. Spine is upright. And then release and take your hands up into the air, interlace your fingers, press palms up, and then reverse. So hand across knee, twist, roll your shoulder back, and breathe. Really move from your navel, move from your rib cage, from your chest, from your sternum, collarbones, neck, head. See if you can get your spine more upright. And release. Good. We're going to come onto our backs, and we'll do 3 bridges. The third bridge will be held. So let's start out with pelvic tilt. So you press your back down into the mat, and then you release. So your hand can slip underneath, and then you press. You couldn't get a hand underneath if you tried, and release. Exhale, press, and release. And then feet press down into the mat, and you're lifting up. And then when you lift up, so you could think of the pelvic tilts as conditioning your abdominals, conditioning your back, and then you press up. And I'm just really trying to tuck the shoulders underneath, lifting the pelvis and breathing. Deep breath in, exhale. That's the first one, right? You're going to come out and grab hold of your feet. So your elbows are not on the outside, but on the inside. And then your hands hold outside ankles or outside feet. And see if you can have, I would say that's a 90-degree bend at the knee and soles of the feet looking up, and take a breath in. The back's going to curl way up high, and others can keep the lumbar down, maybe the top of the sacrum staying down. And then second bridge. So this time I'm going to have you just have your hands at 90 degree, palms coming up, lifting, and lifting. Clasping hands, tuck shoulders underneath you. Lift up high and breathe. See if you can push the feet, the heel and the ball of the foot down, but raise your toes. See if you can really raise your toes, spread your toes, and then lower. Come on out. And once again, happy baby coming in. Elbows on the inside, holding your feet, stretching across your low back. Take a breath in. Exhale. If you ever feel like your back protrudes onto the mat and it's uncomfortable, that's when you probably need maybe a little more padding under your back. I want your back to be comfortable. And then the last one, feet pressing down. Make sure your feet are not pointing outward, but toes are pointing to the front end of the mat. And up you come. And clasping hands, tucking shoulders underneath you, and breathe. And then releasing. So this time, the counter pose is a little different. Rather than happy baby, you're going to take your legs up in the air, shake them out for a moment, shake out your hands, feels a little weird, shake it out. Look at your feet, let them go floppy, let your hands go floppy. And then you take your right ankle over left, reach for your feet, and cross, try to take your legs in. So I don't want you to overstretch the ankle ligament, so I try to keep my ankles flexed as I do this. It's also safer on the knees to flex the ankles. And breathe. When we're tight, the heels are close by your pelvis, you're trying to take your ankle crossing up high. Let's reverse it. See which leg's on top, lift, reverse, take hold of your feet, and draw in. And breathe. Deep breath in and exhale. And then legs are up in the air. Now, you're going to go wide. Push out through the ball of the foot. Go really wide. It's not about pushing legs wide. You're just going to take them where they'll go, somewhere like a little higher up, and letting gravity kind of pull your legs downward. But there's also, your legs are active right now. And then we now have knee over knee, right knee over left knee. See if you can grab hold of your feet. It's harder to reach the lower leg's foot. And then it's like your hands are on a steering wheel, and you're going to take your hands to 9 and 3 o'clock position. So maybe rocking slightly, outer hip stretches, just like steer pose. Breathing in. Exhale. Some can't quite reach the feet, so you kind of have to hold on to your shin bones or your ankles. That works as well. Okay? And then take your legs up and reverse the crossing. And take hold of your feet. Yeah. And rocking slightly. And breathe. Again, is it possible to bend your elbows a little bit, flex your ankles, protect your knee joints? From your perspective, it looks like the legs are on a horizontal line. Beautiful. Come on up, extend, and then go wide. Push out through the ball of the foot, reaching, so it's a nice V. You could take your hands behind your head, keep your elbows wide and lift, like you're just engaging your core, looking upward. And then take the legs together, bending the knees. We have windshield wipers. So your hands are under your head. Feet are wide as the mat. And you go side, 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 back and forth. Another nice way to work this, which kind of works nicely with the nervous system, the arms are out at a T position. It's really simple, but your knees go left and your head turns right. Knees go right, head goes left. And you go back and forth, back and forth. Really nice on the back. Next time your knees fall to the right, pause, and then take hold of your left hand and draw the arms up overhead. So it's this whole left side of the body that will lengthen. The left buttock is off the mat. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take it the other way. Knees go over to the left. Take hold of your right wrist. Lengthen the right side of your body. And breathe. And release. Good work. Alrighty. So we're coming onto one side. You're going to come onto one side. And as you're here, holding your hands, supporting your head, I know, people get tired. You have to drop your head down. Use a strap if you need to take hold of your foot, or wrapping your peace fingers around your big toe and extending. Good. So it's inner thigh. A lot of inner thigh work right now. And breathe. Some of you can go deeper. You bend your knee, you bring your hand to the inside foot and then to the outside foot, and you extend and breathe. Yeah. And some can go deeper, in which case you take the lower hand, holding the outside foot, and extending. Good. And breathing. So your head should rest. If you're going that far, your head has to rest on the inside arm. And if not, there's all these different ways, right, of working. Okay. Release. And what I'm going to have you do is come onto your belly. Just come onto your belly and be on your elbows. I know you probably can't see the screen anymore. That's all right. Some of you can. So your feet are pushing down. Your elbows are pushing down. Hands are pushing down. I could do this and not have my hands down, but I could really push my hands down. Some of you have more flexible spines than others. You can extend your arms. As long as you don't feel like if your upper body's not doing anything, then that might be too much on your low back. So see how that works for you. Deep breath in, exhale, and then lower. Bring your forehead down. Take a moment here. Breathe in. Exhale. So even just this, breathing into your diaphragmatic area with your belly down, is very soothing to the back, very soothing to the nervous system, very calming. And then let's bring our hands alongside chest. Push your hands and your knees up and come back to child's pose. Stretch it out. Your knees can be a little wide, and ideally your head comes down. And if it doesn't, maybe you could rest your head on your hands or rest your head on a block. And breath in and exhale. We're going to do the other side, which also will be then afterwards followed by being on the belly, and I just want to make sure that you range yourself so you can see me, especially like, when you're on your belly, if you need to turn your head, I'm easy to see, okay? So, because of the way we'll work. So here we are on our side, and you're going to take hold. It's fine to use a strap, okay? If you don't need it, you take your peace fingers, and you reach up. and extend. You're going to bend the knee. Take your hand to the inside ankle and around to the back, and then extend. And that's only if you can go there, right? So some don't go there. Some it's just like you're just sort of going, huh? And some can go deeper, in which case, Sadie, I want you to try this, okay? Your hand comes over, but then you have to get your arm under the head again and breathe. And when you're tight, it's like you feel like you're going to fall back. You're going to just go on your back. Breathing in. Exhale. I'm seeing bits of blue sky out there. Release. Release the leg slowly. Okay, we're coming onto the belly. So once you're onto your belly, hand, the elbows are down, lengthen the spine, push your tops of your feet into the mat, and breathe. Again, some of you will extend your arms and push the tops of the feet down. And then we have half locust. So for half locust, there's two ways of doing it. So your forehead is down, your right leg comes up, your right leg swings over to the left, and that might be it for you, or you could bend your knee, send your knee up to the sky, and tap the floor with your right big toe. There's a big stretch to the left side pectorals, okay? Try that the other side. Left leg comes up high, left leg swings to the right, maybe that's as far as you go, or you bend the knee, and then some take the knee to look up at the ceiling and the toe taps the floor. Breathing in, exhale, and release. Okay. And then press. And this time, instead of child's pose, it's what we call Hatha. So your thighs are on the vertical, your head dropping down, pelvis up into the air, stretching your shoulders, and breathe. We're going to come to kneeling. So I've been using this thicker mat, so I don't need a blanket. You might need a blanket for knee comfort, okay? It's locked gait, so we'll extend the left leg, toes pointing outward. Taking your right arm up, reach up high, take a breath in, and then exhale up and over. So instead of the arm being forward, the arm is alongside the ear. Your left hand is sliding down the leg. Maybe your left hand goes to the knee. That's fine. Breathe into the area of stretch. Inhale, exhale, and then the hand comes down. Now, when your hand comes down, it's going to be direct line down from the shoulder in alignment with your knee, and the left arm sweeps up. So you could stop at the halfway point where your arm, I don't know, it's not a halfway point, you're up where the arms make one long line, or you reach back more and really draw the arm back. Not just dropping the arm back, but it's a twist from your whole body. Breathing in, exhale. And then from here, we're going to take the foot forward, threading the needle, okay? So right arm comes up. Right arm threads under the left, and you reach, maybe you don't reach the foot, maybe you're able to reach right hand, left foot. Some use a strap. And twist, and look up. Holding the foot, breathing. Deep breath in. So I tend to feel the stretch of the lower shoulder blade. and press up. From here, the left leg comes up. The right hand, so that might be it. Maybe you're just going to hold the leg upward using the glutes, or opposite hand, opposite foot. You arch your back, you hold. It's a tiger, okay, if you can reach. Breathing in. Exhale. And then lower. When you come to kneeling, you'll clasp your hands, roll the shoulders back, look up. And before side 2, we're going to get off our knees, press back to downward facing dog. Press on back. Lengthen the spine. Heels pressing down. Deep breath in and exhale. Knees down again. Give yourself padding if you need it. Extending your right leg. Everything on the second side. Reach up. Inhale. Exhale, locked gait. Reaching up and over instead of forward. Reach. And breathe. So you're trying to fold from the hip. That's a hard one. Folding from the hip because it's the inner thigh stretch. As well as side bending. Maybe your right hand can slide further down the shin bone. And come up. Hand comes down, hand and knee in alignment. Right hand reaches up. Lift, reach up, arch back, and breathe. Lower the arm, and then bring your right foot up a little more. So it's hand, hand, foot, all in alignment. Left arm will swing up. There's more inner thigh stretch. And then the left arm will slide under the other. Reach for your foot. Lower your left shoulder. You use a strap to reach your foot if that's helpful. And then twist and breathe. Breathing, trying to get your left outside arm down and the left side of your body stretching. And then releasing. And from here, the right leg comes up. Left hand reaches. So if you, and you might say, oh, I can't reach, I'm going to just take my leg up. So you're reaching, you're using your glutes, but some of you can reach, and once you reach, you kick the leg back, holding, breathing in. Exhale. Release. Round your back. Go ahead and make fists round your back. And then downward facing dog. So your hands are spread wide, curling toes under, press on back. Stretch. Take a moment here. Legs stretching. Breathe in. Exhale. Have your feet wide as the mat. You're going to make your way to the back of the mat. You can soften the knees. Take your hands to elbows and stretch your low back. Release your neck. Good. You should be able to, kind of your arms can swing. Everything is soft. Your neck is relaxed. And then your hands are onto your thighs and you push yourself up to standing. I'll adjust my screen. Okay. Take hold of your strap. A towel will do. And if you have your strap, I fold it in half, and then I fold it in half again. That's why I meant you don't need a lot. That's why a strap is fine. And you're holding maybe that much, okay? I'm going back so you can see my arms. So think halo, and you're making a halo. All right, so that's the easiest right here. So I'm actually trying to avoid moving my whole torso. I want this movement to come from the shoulders. So you're warming up your shoulders. Reverse. Okay, so up until now, the halo's high. Okay, now I want you to take the strap behind your head, in front of your face, and around. So it's different, right? Before it was up, now you're going down. This is an encompassing halo, okay? And then reverse. Really great movement for the shoulders. All right, so some of you are like, I love this, I should do this every day, okay? Try not to have your head forward, but looking straight ahead of you, all right? Now, some of you might need more challenge. I need more challenge. So if you can handle more challenge, my hair gets in the way of this one, so I have to take my hair down. Let me see. Okay. If you want more challenge, you have your hands are gripped, and they connect. Your hands connect. So no strap. We're going to do the same thing without a strap. So you have the Ganesha grip. It's called the Ganesha grip. And again, you could go high, or you can go behind your head. And now this one is more challenging for me, so my body is moving more. And then reverse. Whoo, I love it. It's so good. It's so good for your shoulders. There's not one part of the shoulder it's not moving here. Okay, one more. All right, it's like part of a dance. Okay. Take your hands onto your shoulders. Feet are together. I'll face you first. And elbows touch. Up, back. Okay. Now when they touch, you're going to drop down. Up. Out to the sides. Drop down. Come up. Out to the sides. Drop down. And up. And next time the elbows touch, reverse. Up, side, down, oops, and up. One more. Up, elbows touch, touch down, and release. All right. So we'll work on, we'll do triangle, extended side angle. We'll have a twist. We're going to have a few movements. But we're going to lead with the left foot. So if you have blocks and you're not certain, you're like, oh, I usually use blocks on, various hip movements, twists, have your block at your left, okay? So as I'm teaching, I always have my phone just handy. I don't know. It's I guess it's just like, because in the beginning people would text me and say, I can't find you, and I would have to respond. But I just happen to have it on, and the phone keeps lighting up. My eldest sister is a great-grandmother today. So it keeps lighting up with these pictures of little Penelope. So what does that make me? Wait a minute, oh my gosh, I have to think about it. Left foot. It's her grandson's baby, so great-grandmother. I'm a great-great-aunt. I don't know what I am. Great-great. Okay, come over. I don't know what that means. My great-nephew's child. The first, that new generation now. Whew. Breathe in. Exhale. Welcome to the world, Penelope. Breathing. And then bending the knee, okay? And coming over and reach. When you have a big family, you become an auntie when you're 10 years old. Reach through the fingertips, elbow down or hands down, and reach. I wonder if you can hear all that racket out there. And extend. Okay, now you're coming onto a lunge. I am so curious, I can't stand it. I'm going to look. I have no idea. You're in your low lunge. And breathe. So you're taking a moment to extend through the back leg. And some of you don't need a block. You go into the lunges all the time, and you don't need a block. Breathe in. Exhale. Ooh, hip flexors. Bend the knees, extending. And reach. Palms touching. Lengthen the spine, arch back. Pressing. Lowering. And we're going to walk back to center. Walk back to center. Feet are squared. So holding your ankles, lower your head. Good. Becoming a little more Gumby-ish here. And relaxed. You know, your body is stretching. Hands to low back. Come on up. And what we're going to do is walk the feet in. Heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. Once you're back here, feet are together, you're going to reach up and lower. Up and lower. Up and lower. And up and lower. Do second side. If you use the blocks, carry them over. So, coming to triangle. Turning out your right foot. Extending. Breathe in. Come over. And stretch. Breathe into the pose. So I found myself putting a little too much pressure on my hand, so I'm moving my hand around. Now, sorry, but yeah, we're going to come over, and then you're extending more. So it's elbow to knee is easier. I just went wider. Or hand, pressing down and stretch. So try not to move forward, but it's a side bend movement. Good, beautiful. And then press on up. Good. Now you're turning, and you're going to reach for the blocks, back foot shifts slightly to the left, and I have maybe the blocks come in handy for you. And stretching your hip flexor. And I'm terrible because I really got distracted by two things. That's not good for the yoga teacher to be distracted by. Baby Penelope being born. And then also by that racket outside. It was like somebody was, I don't know, like pushing something really heavy across the door. But anyway, so I'm going to bring my knee down. I'm not so certain I did this. So I'm going to reach. I'll pick up some of the poses I want to do on the other side, and I'll make sure we do these on both sides, okay? And we're going to release, okay? Let's do this. Come through center. Blocks or no blocks, okay? I'm not going to use blocks. I'm going to walk the hands forward, stretch into your body, breathing in. Exhale. Hands are onto the low back, coming up. I'm with you. I'm back. Heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes. And then once your feet are together, you're going to go raise and lower, raise and lower. It's good for balance, okay? Raise, bring your arms up. Heels are together if possible. Arms down. Again, raise and lower. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll be on, I'm going to have my mat at an angle, so I'm not going to go back and forth. I'll be forward. And if blocks come in handy, at least we know they're there. And we're going to have a twist here. So left foot steps back this time. And take your blocks or no blocks. You're going to extend your leg. Right hand on your back. And you don't have to have blocks. I'm going to just go a little lower with my blocks. And twist. So ideally, you're bending your knee. So you have a 90-degree bend, hand on low back, and arm coming up. And breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale. All right. We're going to switch. So you could walk switch or jump switch. This time I'm just going to walk switch so you can see what that's all about. Left foot forward, right foot back. Pelvis is low. You can have your knee down if you want for the twist, or knee is up. And then again, I'm going to lower the block and start to turn. Left arm up into the air and breathe. And deep breath in. And exhale. And then releasing. So again, you could walk, jump, or you could walk switch or jump switch. So I just put the blocks a little higher for myself. You can go really high. And it's kind of fun to jump it. Okay, as long as you don't stub your toes. Okay, so once you're here at the first side, knee is down. We're going to clasp hands behind the back, roll the shoulders back. You have crescent moon. You might be way back here. You might be able to come forward quite a ways. Lift and breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale. Should feel that in your hip flexor. Okay, so I want you to think about this. We're going to go three-legged dog. This right leg's going to be up in the air, and then it's going to come forward to pigeon. So if you're like, oh no, I don't do pigeon, you can come on your back and thread the needle. I'll show that too. Okay, so you're going to swing your right leg back, up into the air. So all of us are here, stretching. And some at this point are coming onto the backs to stretch the outer hip, which is called threading the needle, or right knee comes forward. And sometimes you're like, oh, I really want to do that. So you can have a block to help support your knee. That's fine. Or not. Elbow down, stretching, relaxing your head down, and breathe. If you are threading the needle and you're like, I'm not sure I'm doing this right. So it's a right ankle over left, and then you would be pulling knee in which case all of us are stretching the outside right hip. Take a few more rounds of breath here. Today's deep stretch day. Lots of really nice, and hip, kind of I call it the get hip day. Get hip. Have your hands down, lengthen the spine, look up, curl your back toes under, woo, lift the knee, and then let's come back. And all of us are going to be back in downward facing dog because we've got crescent moon side 2. So stretch, lengthen. Take your left leg up in the air, look at your hands, and swing your left foot forward. So once your left leg is forward, you're stretching in a hip flexor. Knees coming down. Remember, some will be back here, some are forward. Take the hands behind the back. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Lift your upper back. Some look forward, some arch. Good. I might as well take the arms up. Go ahead and extend. See what that's like. And then we have 3-legged dog, okay? So hands are down. Left leg will swing back. 3-legged dog, reach on up. And your choice at this point, coming onto your backs again, for threading the needle, or left knee comes forward at an angle. Yep. And you could always be on a block. It might help you. It might be very helpful. Or lowering. The thing is that this has an intensity because gravity is pulling you and helping you to deepen your stretch. Lower your head and breathe. Continuing to stretch, maybe adjusting a little bit how you are, just able to go a little deeper. Some like to even take the back knee, back toe curl, toes under, extend the knee, and then release. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. All right. We're going to start to press up. So let's go ahead and press on back to downward facing dog. Stretch it out. Hands spread wide on your mat. Knees are down. Come back to child's pose. Lower your head. Stretch your back. We have half spinal twist. It might be that you modify, you bring your leg across. Oh, your leg can be on the inside, can be across, or the lower leg also is folding, okay? Meanwhile, your right foot pushes down into the mat. Both sitting bones are down. If you're up, you might consider even sitting on a block. You know, that's a great thing about props, that they help you to make these poses accessible. My job is help make them accessible, and then also props help you. So lengthen, reach up, inhale, and then hand across knee or elbow across knee. We have all levels, right? There are many levels in this class. So some of you are like, have your legs straightened or in, and some of you are able to connect the hands and breathe. And one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to come out. And as you come out, stretch out your legs. Yay, just stretch them out. Okay. We have a second side. So we'll take, I'll face you. Remember, it could be your left leg is like so, left leg coming on the outside, or bending your right leg. Your right arm comes up. Extend. Hand or elbow across knee, and you twist. And really moving from the navel, turn and look to the wall behind you. Some of you were binding the arm, and I didn't even think to say, yes, you can bind with a strap. The strap goes through, and you hold. So, if that helps you to go deeper. And breathe. Release. Come out. Good work. And from here, soles of the feet are together. And breathe. Exhale. We're coming onto our backs. And here's what I'm going to say. If you have a long strap, you could do this leg work one way, okay? So it's going to be a hamstring stretch. Now, if you have a long strap, you can make a big, big, big loop. If you don't have a long strap, or if you have long legs, you have a long strap, but it's not long enough, that's fine. Okay, so you might want to watch first. So it might be that you're just going to hold, all right? But it might be that you have a long strap and you put it around you like a sweater. It's going to be about mid-rib cage. And I'm going to bring both feet up in the loop. And I'm going to tighten. And I have hands free. So some just, again, if your strap's not long enough, you have to hold. But if your strap is long enough, then you could be here and not have to hold. Okay? So let's just be here for a moment. Breathing in. Exhale. Another way to do this is to take your legs up the wall. Now, one other thing you could do is slip one foot out of the loop. In which case, if you're doing with your strap, you're holding one leg in the air. But if you have the hands free, strap, your hands are out to a T position, and you're breathing. Eyes can be closed. Observing the stretch. And then reversing. I have the second leg now in. My left leg is in the loop. Good. It's so relaxing. For me, it's very relaxing. It's like, wow, I could just stay here. For some, it's very intense, and you're like, how could that be relaxing, right? we're going to take both feet out of the loop, take the strap to the side. Those of you who have a bolster, you can place a bolster under your knees. If you don't have a bolster, blankets seem to work really well too. I'm demonstrating with the blanket. So I just want you to be very, very relaxed for the last 5 minutes of your session. And so bolster has your knees even more bent. So this is relaxing on your back. Palms are facing up. Completely relax your forehead, temples, the skin across the bridge of the nose. Relaxing your body. Completely relaxing your face. For a moment, imagine that you are water, that you have the quality of water, that you are liquid, and that you have an ability to flow. And then in another moment, I want you to feel that you are Akasha. Akasha is space. Just see yourself as space, infinite space. And as Akasha, you hold all the other elements. You are the container for the elements. You contain water, earth, fire, air. And continue to relax your skin and your arms, the skin across the bridge of your nose, the skin, all the skin that is not covered by clothing. And relax the skin that is covered by clothing. Slowly deepen the breath, roll to one side, and make your way to sitting. And you're free to unmute yourselves if you like.